Everyone, welcome to another edition of Turnbuckle Talk with me, Josh and Kraken Wrestling. As always, we had another awesome week of wrestling. Kraken, what's up, man? How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic, man. It has been another fantastic week of wrestling. Last week we talked about it, how from start to finish, Monday through Friday, it was good, and
Hmm.
it has carried over. I feel like we're at the end of the year for all the companies we watch, and they're trying to have those big moments, pushing them into 26. And I think both companies are running neck and neck with each other at that moment.
Oh, 100%. So we've had a lot to get into. First thing we're going to talk about is some interesting stuff that I think we've seen almost every top creator in the wrestling space bring up within the last 24-ish hours. There was a AJ Lee fan on, I believe, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. He goes by Chris Horror. He posted an AI generated video of like him meeting AJ Lee from a meet and greet into them kissing. And he posted it to social media and whatnot. AJ Lee herself replied to it and said, "This is inappropriate and it is harassment. Please delete it." Which this fan has not done with people, and like this fan quote tweeting like things saying like fans' rights and all kinds of weird garbage. First and foremost, if you have the wrestler themselves asking you to take this down, she's literally saying that it's inappropriate and harassment to herself, and the fan is like, "Nah, I'm good." Like, and I've seen some people saying like, "Oh, they have some type of mental illness. You leave them alone." You can't hide behind a mental illness when you're doing something that's not okay. There needs to be some type of regulation
Hmm.
on AI. This is ridiculous when it's getting to the point to where, like, we've seen the John Cena and Roman Reigns. Those are funny. Those are, I
Yes,
would say,
yes.
harmless. But like at the same time, my mom was like, I can't believe they're doing those. Those are so funny. I was like, those are AI. She's like, oh damn, shit. And I was like, yeah. She's
It's
like,
yeah.
fuck. So AI is insane. There needs to be something from the governments all around the world to crack down on this generative AI. It's insane. This fan is gross. If you think this is okay, if you're one of those people that are like behind them, my thing is just learn that that is not okay. Like you need to figure out that's not okay to do that. Like if you're a fan and like yeah, it's fine to simp over a wrestler. I think someone's pretty handsome, whatever the case may be. We all think that. But to do this with AI or to act on those feelings, if you have strong feelings for some reason for these people that you don't know at all, which is weird in itself, um, just please try to, I don't know, I guess get help. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be rude, but like therapy, I've had therapy, not for like this, but like, my God, it is crazy. What's your thoughts on all this? I just had to share all my thoughts first.
I think it's absolutely horrible. Like, I know I've read some of the reports. You have too. We went over it before we started. Like house shows, he's banned from. Some events, he's banned from.
Well,
It
I haven't seen that. The only thing I saw about them was being banned was from the Big
house
House.
show,
Is that what you mean? The Big House
big house. Yes, they do like
Entertainment. Yeah,
yeah, they
Big
do
House
like
Entertainment.
yeah,
That's where the meet and greet took place. Yes.
yeah. Um, and I think, in my opinion, WWE or anyone else that does wrestling needs to see this, and you know, you never know if he would want to, or any fan would want to act on these type of feelings. Like we've seen Seth Rollins get attacked before, so now we see this with
Yeah.
AI. Like
Sonya Deville
it's yeah,
they broke into Sonya's house.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this shit's getting out of hand. It's absolutely
There was a Roxanne
insane.
stalker earlier this year that
It's
was threatening to kill her
yeah.
on Twitter earlier this year. That was like the count like had the name of like I don't remember what it was, but it was
It was
bad. WWE like was new about it because the people even like tweeted about it. Like WrestleVotes tweeted about it. Like WWE knows what's going on. They're keeping an eye on the situation. Yada yada yada.
it,
So just in general, just having this on top of it for these sick individuals doing
yeah,
this. Whether you have some type of mental disability, it's not okay. That doesn't make it okay. That
never.
doesn't make it okay that they did this. It's a good thing for them to learn, but if they don't learn, and obviously if it is again a mental thing going on, someone needs to be in charge of that person's social media, at least after what we've seen
Yeah.
them post. So
Because it's harassment. It makes the talent, the wrestlers, the human beings not want to
uncomfortable.
go to these meet and greets and meet true
Exactly.
fans because there's going to be that one person
of these crazies.
that does something like this and tries to act on it in person. Like, I hope to God it never happens, but you never know. There's that one person that could try to do it, and it would be absolutely horrible. And this is
Scary.
a example of it.
And then, yeah, people in chat, like my fiance Sarah says, what was also very disheartening to see was the amount of people coming at AJ for her asking him to remove it. There was a
Yeah,
lot. I saw a lot of replies to her about it that were disgusting and just really attacking her, calling her names just for
that's
that.
crazy.
Um, but very crazy situation. It's disgusting, and these type of people need to be removed really from the fandom. I mean, you can't really, but you know what I mean.
All you can do is just make
Crazy
sure they can't
situation.
show up.
Hopefully. Unfortunate news. Sheamus, he's in the last times now tournament, no longer. He got hurt. His last match was on Raw in the 6-man tag. According to WrestleVotes, which was revealed during SmackDown, that they weren't going to announce who was going to be his replacement in the tournament tonight, at least. Which they did reveal the bracket after we had SmackDown tonight, after the 2 tournament matches. So we know that that person will be facing LA Knight, whoever that is replacing, but we don't know who that is yet. Sheamus apparently has some type of shoulder injury. We don't know the details besides that, but not cleared with an injury. Sucks, man, because a lot of people wanted him to get that fucking uh the what Cena just got, Grand Slam. My goodness.
Yeah, I was a strong advocate, in my opinion, for it to happen. Pass the title to someone who's one step to being a Grand Slam champion. Was named in it. I was like, hell yeah, this is the opportunity. Tried it against Gunther several times. It didn't happen. John Cena can pass it to him. Now, with this happening, like you said, last on Tuesday, needs to lose to
Mhm.
Dom. Drop the title.
I hope
That
he does.
needs to win his retirement match.
I don't think he needs to win the retirement match, but I'm fine if that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Like if he beats Dom, he's losing the retirement match, I think. But they still could sting
Yes.
it where he retires and just goes up in a tournament or something. Which I think would be stupid just because they just had the tournament to face him, and if he goes in with the title, at least have him lose it. But
Yes.
I do think they'll have him lose to Dom at Survivor Series. And if that is the case, I do think they'll have him win, or at least it makes it more plausible to me that he wins the retirement match. So but yeah, so I mean, it sucks for Sheamus though, man. I'm really bummed.
I hate it.
Obviously, that guy is still killing it. What 15 years plus, maybe still in WWE. However, I don't even know how long it's been now. And damn, we almost had that Grand Slam for him at least against Cena, which would have been great. So
With
hope
that
he gets
though,
better. Hope it's not out too long, whatever that injury may be.
yeah. Who do you have replacing him?
You know what? We were talking about this in my stream earlier tonight. And there's a few names that I could see making sense. Santos Escobar was one thrown around by the chat a lot. Would be cool. I don't know, because we have a lot of people tied up in war games now. Brock and Logan and both the Brawns and Cody and everyone. So it's really hard to pick, especially since we saw Bronson got eliminated. So it makes me think for sure it's not gonna be any of those guys in the match. Um, I don't know. Jeff Hardy, Joe Hendry could make some sense, I think. Um, I don't know, man. Those are the names I could think of. How about you?
I was thinking they could throw Alistair in there. Um,
That would make sense. I'd like that.
Santos didn't come to mind, but that would be a good because of course we know. I think he re-signed his contract, possibly. Can't remember if he did or not. Um, that wouldn't be bad, but I would like to see it be someone else, maybe someone that we just don't think of. Maybe no one from NXT, like Mike Santana, if he's there, because of course we know it's being taped tonight. So it kind of makes it a little
Yeah,
harder
SmackDown was being
to,
taped. Yeah,
you know, to know who would be available. I would like to see
I feel like
Jeff, though.
the since it's being taped, whatever happens with the tournament, because they've already announced that we're getting the semifinals on Raw. So obviously we're not getting anything tournament wise on Friday then, and we do have the 5v5 traditional Survivor Series happening on next week. That's being taped tonight. So with the possibility of spoilers, I don't think that we'll get anything tournament wise.
Thought they said that LA Knight was going up against his opponent next week.
I thought it was Raw.
I can't remember, honestly. Might have been
I'm
wrong.
pretty sure they said both semifinals were Raw.
Might be. Yeah.
Correct us if we're wrong, chat. I'm sure chat will help us. We have quite a few people in the chat right now here. But yeah, so we'll find out what happens. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see who it could be. Last bit of news we're gonna talk about Anna Jay. So it came out on Fightful Select. Go subscribe to their Patreon. Great news. That her contract is believed to be up within the next few months. And as of now, Fightful Select hasn't learned about them having any contract negotiations tied to extending her. But an AEW source told Fightful Select that AEW was going to make a move to retain her if possible. Apparently, it was noted to Fightful that she loves teaming up with Ty Mello, but is also open to doing what's right for her career. But also, they don't say this, but I was talking about this with my fiance. Obviously, she's, as far as we know, with Jack Perry still. I don't know if they're not. I think they are. And so I wonder that would probably tie into it. I mean, we've seen wrestlers, who are dating someone and they're in different companies, Charlotte Andrade, Adam Cole, and Britt Baker. So it's not like taboo to not have them work in different companies while they're together. But I think that will probably play a factor into her wanting to stay with AEW, and I would want her to stay in AEW personally. So I really hope she does. I think her and Ty Mello sucked that they got eliminated on Wednesday. We'll get more into that here in a momentarily about the tournament because I definitely want to talk about that. That was a big talking point amongst a lot of people I saw on social
Yes,
media
it was.
on Wednesday night. But I don't know. Will that play a factor? Them losing in the first round after being one of their early tag teams in the women's division. They were part of the first. I believe they were part of that first tag tournament that we talked about before. I could be
I
wrong on
think
that. I
there
don't know if Ty was
was.
there yet. I don't know if Ty was there yet. Ty got there a little bit later. But anyways, so yeah, what do you think, Anna Jay? What do you think she's gonna do
I
if
think
this
she
is
I
gonna
think she
happen?
stays. Like I know she's been doing a lot. I think she went to New Japan there for a while. Before she was back
Stardom.
Stardom, yeah. Getting yeah. Anyway, she went over there. When she came back, she was really impressive. I think her in-ring skills got better. When she went over there, I don't think she leaves though. I think her and Mello they're kind of not happy with what's going on right now. And they could kind of build off that. They could build like a feud between them two because I think they could really work that. Trying to play the blame game on why they lost. Stuff. Try to get them back in good spirits, but I wouldn't want to see, especially not being on the
Yeah,
original.
I hope not. My fiance in the chat says, I just worry if she goes elsewhere, what happens for Ty? I mean, that's true. I mean, who knows? I mean, it kind of seems like that's kind of been the only thing, at least since she's returned, that they've been doing is just them two. So
So
I think she sticks around though. I don't think she bounces out.
yeah, I don't either. Looking at that tournament we was talking about for the women's cup, so Anna Jay was tag partners with Taya Conti.
That's Ty Mallow.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's Ty.
I can never remember how to say her last name. It drives me nuts. But yes, that was her
Just
originally.
Mellow.
Yeah,
Just say Ty Mellow because that's what she goes by now. Um, but yeah, so they did team up then. Okay, I wasn't too sure. So yeah, so it sucks. I mean, like again, we'll talk about it more here in a second, but I think we're probably gonna go on the SmackDown first. But yeah, so I think she sticks around for sure.
yes, has to.
So SmackDown tonight, man. So it was in Denver. I wasn't there, unfortunately. I wish I could have been there. It was actually, in my opinion, a good show. I thought it was good. I think it
It
was really
was.
great on in-ring work tonight. We had the 2 tournament matches. I wish I was there, but I wasn't.
I'd seen that they said online that it sold like 11,000. Like they dropped ticket
Oh
prices
yeah, it
right
was like
before it
12,000 or
opened.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like an 18,000 seat arena, and that's really good. So,
was
or
that?
maybe more or less.
Were they in the Nuggets arena tonight?
Yeah, ball arena. Yeah. But yeah, it was a good crowd. They were pretty loud. And yeah, I do wish I was there. And obviously they're taping the double. I was telling people like, oh, I mean, I just have to sit through 4 hours of SmackDown. It's been the worst show this year. Do wish I was there though, to be honest. Let's see, what do we start off? We started off with Heyman and them. It was kind of really nothing I felt like to start. Like we started off with Heyman, talked a little ish before Jimmy and Jay really like interrupted him pretty much instantly.
Yep.
Uh just led to Cody eventually coming out. Or no, so Cody was supposed to come out, but it went to the video of his truck, and oh my god, there's Drew, and Cody's all fucking Family Guy ragdolled, fucking down his steps.
Yeah, he was beaten. Like he had a cut across his eye, and his
He had like
nose.
2 cuts, I
Yeah,
think, yeah.
he looked like he was out for the whole night. And
So isn't Drew supposed to be I'm so confused. Isn't he supposed to be
so,
suspended?
yeah, suspended indefinitely. So within the
But like
contract of War
he's showed up
Games,
every week since he's
yeah,
been suspended.
that's what gives him the ability is the War Games contract, but he can't
That
step
makes
foot in the
no
arena.
sense.
And
So
that's what,
that's the actual oh my god.
yeah, so the contract lets him be on the team in the arena outside. He can do anything he wants to, but he can't step foot in the
Okay,
building.
that makes more I missed that, so that makes more sense. Okay, well, I think that's stupid.
It is.
If you're suspended, that shouldn't mean, "Oh, I'm not touching you," type of bullshit with the arena. Come the
Yes.
fuck on.
Can't be in the
That's some
arenas.
bullshit. Oh my god, so dumb. But it was funny too because Jimmy and Jay go out there like they like because the ops are or not the ops. I'm thinking AW. They might as well be the ops. The Vision are in the
Yeah.
ring, and then of course Jimmy and Jay were on the aisle. They turn around once they see it on the screen. They see it happen. They run in the back, and then they get out there, and like the guy who's checking on Cody when they cut back is like, Jimmy, right here. And they get up to him, and then one of them goes, "What happened?" And I was like, "What do you mean? You saw what happened? What do you mean?" It was so stupid. I don't know which one said it. Obviously, they have similar voices.
I didn't know. I completely forgot. I
Dude,
didn't miss
I
that.
called it out. My chat was all like laughing and shit. Like, what do they mean? You saw it.
And they were dragging him. Like they wasn't worried that hey, he's got a
God
concussion, his neck,
and then we
nothing.
went to commercial and came back, and it was like he was still down, and he was like, it looked like he was like just laying, like sitting there. He's like, it's like get him fucking help. We were on a 3-minute break, and he's still fucking dead.
No neck
And then
brace,
fucking Drew
nothing.
comes by in the truck, and he's all taunting them and shit in his fucking car. And
I
drives
see you at
off.
War Games, champ. Just Jimmy chases after the SUV.
So this has to be leading to them two one more time for the title, right?
Unfortunately, yes. But yeah.
Yeah.
This will be the one Drew
not
wins.
Main event,
Drew wins
maybe
it.
on a SmackDown or something.
Elimination Chamber February.
Not till February. We have Rumble and we have Saturday Night's Main Event, but that's the exhibitions with NXT and main rosters, so it'd have to be a SmackDown.
By God, Triple H loves doing title changes on a regular show. By God,
He does. That's true. So it was a pretty cool opening, though. I mean,
yeah.
I now that it makes sense with the Drew thing, the suspension. Now that you explain that to me, I get it now, but I still think it's dumb.
It's bending the rules in Paul Heyman's favor.
So dumb. So we had, let's see, after that, oh yeah, Ilya Dragunov came out, and it was JD McDonough who was there with Finn, who's there for his last time as now, and this match was awesome. This was a great opening matchup. These two had a great match for the NXT title back when Ilya was NXT champion a few years ago. So I knew this one was going to be a banger, and it freaking was a great fight. JD McDonough, super underrated in their fucking ring, man.
He's underrated even in Judgment Day.
100%.
And Michael Cole pointed it out tonight now, and I didn't know it, but he holds the accolade, however you said it. He's the last person to pin John Cena on a Monday Night Raw.
Wait, who is? Wait, wasn't it John Cena was the person who pinned JD, I thought.
Hang on. I'd have to listen to it back. I thought he said that JD was the last person. Maybe he did say he was the last person to be pinned.
What he said was JD has the unfortunate the unfortunate honor of being the person to get pinned in John Cena's last match on Raw. So he got pinned by Cena on his last Raw. You totally misheard them.
Yeah, maybe I did mishear. I was like,
you're over here hitting some of my stuff, aren't you? Damn, bro. You at least ask. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe I.
No, but yeah. So that's what it was. So Cena pinned him last Monday. JD.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've misunderstood that whole point. But either way, JD McDonough in this match was fantastic. He was, in my opinion, he was in control of 3/4 of this match. You go watch it back. The Irish whip into the middle rope that looked like it could have decapitated Ilya was a turning point for him.
Ilya's selling. I think that's the thing a
That
lot of the
is,
time in
yeah.
these matches. It's just they're so good. So like he hit a brainbuster on Ilya, and Ilya was like holding his fingers like almost in the whole like he was like red as beet red, and he was just like oh, and I was like, oh my god, this dude is dying. Like
Mhm.
his selling is so good, and it was like it's perfect. Like I could see him like being an actor in a movie, just playing like put him on fucking one of the crime shows like CS, I forget what they're called, CSI or whatever. Just keep have him as one of the fucking bodies and shit. Just he'll sell
That
it
they
so
find,
good.
yeah.
But yeah, no, for real though. On that Brainbuster though, if you didn't see it, go back and y'all, if you're listening and watch that Brainbuster, it was fucking phenomenal. The sell on it. Um, but yeah, good match. No Judgment Day involvement. Obviously, only Finn was there, but he didn't get involved since he had his match. So it was a clean victory for Ilya.
It was, and the ending sequence for Ilya, that they hit the double headbutts. You get
Mhm.
torpedo Moscow, power bomb, H bomb. There's no fucking way you're kicking out. Like
No, that was the death nail
like the double
for
headbutt,
JD in that.
yeah. And but JD, like I said, he put up a hell of a fight. It would not surprise me if he does get a mid card title soon off of this.
I, yeah, if they break up the Judgment Day, which I could see happening within the next year for sure.
I'm that for a while.
It's been around since like 2021,
I mean, the
2022.
bloodline's still going, so
And yeah, in its own weird way, but not really like Judgment Day.
not truly.
Uh, so we had Charlotte backstage with Alexa Bliss. They were walking throughout the arena. They go through a doorway where a lounge where we see Io and Rhea are hanging out. Charlotte didn't want to go in, but Alexa throws her in there, and Rhea tells Io, "Can you give me some time here?" And Rhea walks up and says, "Let's talk." And then we didn't get that till later, but we'll just go ahead and talk about it now because it was great. So it was kind of like the Roman Cody promo before WrestleMania. What was it, 40?
Yes.
And it was like them, but it was obviously just in the lounge, where it wasn't like at a football field, but it was the same type of thing, same type of shooting, very cinematic looking. And it was just them talking about how Rhea was just basically like anyone I would want to go to war with would definitely be you, and stuff like that. So they basically just came to terms with like we may not be friends, but let's fucking fight together.
Yeah. And that's what that's what war games is about. Like even if you're not friends, we have an equal enemy
Yep.
that we are wanting to ensure does not come out the victor and has that advantage over roster, Raw and SmackDown. So you had to put your egos basically of who wants to be top woman in the division aside. Make sure that that doesn't happen. That's what they basically
Did
are
you
doing.
like? Did you like the way they did this promo? Like, did you? Because I saw a lot of people when the Cody and Roman thing happened. That there was a lot of people like, "What is this shit?" Like, there was actually a lot of backlash. Like, at least from the IWC. It's the IWC though. But what was your thoughts? Like, did you like this?
I did. I like it. I like the cinematic stuff when it's like that. When it's build up the way they're doing
Like Lucha
those.
Underground.
Yeah. It has a feel to it. But I like that they're doing those still because I think even the Roman and Cody thing got a little bit of backlash because of the fact that people don't like that they're going away from it being in the ring and it not being a match more or less than face to face talking and like kind of like a
Mhm.
movie. But that's what WWE
Ah,
has gotten better at, in my opinion. Is telling the
definitely.
story from a video perspective, movie style cinema. And
I feel like that more started down in NXT, like for the WWE at least, and then they finally moved it fully up now here with Triple H on the main roster.
yeah, he started it there to see how I think it would feel and how he could modify it, make it a little better. He's carried it
I feel like
over.
we saw more of it during 2.0, to be honestly. I'm not saying it didn't happen in an original NXT, but I felt like it was really prominent when 2.0 hit.
I mean, yeah, it was, and we still see it now too with Black.
Race you well, I wouldn't say as cinematic, but you know what I mean? It's like a different
A
like
different
the
style,
thing.
yes.
Yeah.
But I like it
I'd
was
say Legato was actually probably the earliest one I could think of with their whole they'd be like out wherever they'd be. I forget where they'd be exactly. But yeah, Legato's the earliest one I could think of down in NXT that did that stuff.
yeah, and they carried it over like Tony D and the family sitting at the restaurant. I mean,
Mhm.
so they've been doing it for a while. But what really threw me off about this one though, because you see Alexa throw her into the cafe area, and then we go away from it. I think we get like one, maybe a match in between before they do the
There's a bit,
shoot,
yeah.
and then it's this the cinema thing. I was expecting it to still be like a regular backstage segment. So it's like they filmed it backstage on a different camera, and then they gave it to the truck and ran it. That's how I felt.
Maybe it just depends. I don't think they did. I think it was just it could have been. You could be right that they switched cameras, but I don't think that's an issue. Like,
No, no, that's not
I
an
get it
issue.
though. It's a different quality change. It's a different change. That's what I think. That's what I think it is. It's just like it's something not everyone's really used to. That's literally what maybe the second, third time that we've had something like that on the main roster. Maybe I'm forgetting a few, but yeah. So I think that's just gonna take time to feel natural. Because I get what you mean. Like it's a different like looks. I wouldn't say it's the 8K camera because I don't think that's what it is. It's just like they're changing the focal, like how they're focusing on them, how it's shot, the background's blurred. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely shot completely different.
Yeah, it looks like something out of a movie, and a lot of people are not okay with that yet, and they may never be. I mean, they
I
may
don't know
th
why. We had cinematic matches and that were pretty solid. Let's just get
yeah,
over it.
I mean, a lot of people didn't like the 8K cameras when Fox was doing that. I liked it. It looked different. I enjoyed those
NFL
type
was
of
doing it
interviews.
before. That's what started it. It was the NFL. It was when WWE was still on. SmackDown was on Fox still. So what started it was that came over from the Fox and all that NFL broadcasts, and so then it came over and WWE just started doing it themselves.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked the 8K camera. I thought it gave good graphics for the
Yeah, they still
entrance.
do it here or there. They did it in WrestleMania this year too. See what else. So we had that interview, which was pretty good. So they're gonna end up teaming up, and we ended up finding out the fifth women's time. We'll get into that here in a bit. So we had after the U.S. title challenge, we had that. We had Tommaso Ciampa. So we saw Ilya. He was walking backstage. We saw first Tamatonga. He said, "I'm coming," or "It's coming," and he just walked away. And then that's when we saw Ciampa again. He said, "Don't worry about Tama," and stuff like that. And he's gonna get a shot. Of course, he didn't do it tonight because he's in the tag match against Fraxium later on. And then once Ilya said his shit, he walked away. Or he's called. He said, "That's right. That's why you're a jackass," and he walked away. And then Johnny and Candace rolled up, and just all, "Don't worry about it."
I mean, and what I really liked is WWE's marketing team is just top fucking tier because we're
Mhm.
calling Tommaso Ciampa a jackass, and now we got
And he
Johnny
has an "I'm not a
Gargano.
jackass"
Yeah,
T-shirt.
don't call my friend a jackass. I mean,
Yeah, that's what it was.
fantastic work. I mean, top tier. Like, fuck it, put it on the shirt. But uh, it works, I guess. But I think it's funny they're calling him
Mhm.
a jackass. Crowd's calling him a jackass. I think even last week Nick called him a jackass. It sounds like he's a
It's been a
jackass.
few
Something.
weeks now, yeah.
Yeah. So like it's catching on. Fortunately.
What's funny to me is that they call him jackass, but they'll still bleep out like "holy shit" chants.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference? Shit, ass. Shit comes out of the ass. Let us say shit, goddammit. Fuck. Let us say goddammit and fuck too. God, fuck.
It's Netflix.
Dude, it does it on USA though
Oh
too.
yeah, I know, but Netflix. It surprised me. Like Netflix will still bleep it.
Yeah, I mean, and well, then when Cena on Monday when he was like, they're saying chocolate or
Funko,
whatever the
Fun
fuck,
Cups.
chunk of, yeah, yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. So it's so dumb. So we had Big Bronson Reed versus Carmelo Hayes. This was not what I expected. I actually thought they'd possibly get the Vision involved. They did. They came out during a commercial break.
Yep.
Horse getting involved. Heyman was like getting in the way and getting them involved. So Heyman at one point gets on the apron, and then we see Braun Breaker's about to go spear Mello, who's like near the timekeeper's area. Like he's gonna spear him through the barricade. And Jimmy and Jay make the save. They stop him from doing that, and they end up fighting out Logan and Bronson to the back. And then so it just leaves Paul out there. And then while Paul's still distracting the ref, Mello gets like pushed onto the like commentary, like into the desk, and then Bronson goes on the outside. And I think he has him like on the desk or something like that, or he's about to put him on the desk. And that's when Cody comes out while Paul still has the ref
Yeah.
distracted, hits a crossroads on the outside to Bronson and throws him back in the ring. Or no, throws Mello back in the ring. And then the ref with the fastest freaking count I have ever seen. 1, 2. It was like if you ever play Special Ref in 2K or even the
Yes.
old games, and you could hit like how fast you want to count,
Mhm.
it's up to how fast you tap the button. That's what it felt like. That ref was 1, 2, 3. I was like, oh my God, he's counting in actual seconds. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
'Cause I think it's
So
like
the fastest count I ever.
yeah, I think it's like 1, then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 2, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. I think that's
No, yeah,
how it
not
normally
even.
goes.
Not even close. 1, 2, 3, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is nuts." And sure enough, Mello advances because of the help of Jay and Jimmy and Cody. So Mello is gonna now face Gunther on Monday. They gave us some hope.
Yeah, I was really hoping Melo would win this, honestly. When it came out, I was like, Triple H, for the love of God, let Melo finally get, some push on SmackDown because, in my opinion, it hasn't happened since he came up. He's
And no one else
faced,
is beating with Gunther right now, so there's no one that was want to come out and help
yeah,
Mello there.
he's faced all these former world champions,
Hmm.
and he's stayed on the back burner for some reason. Ilya, and not nothing saying bad about what Triple H, of course, done with Ilya, but Ilya comes back from an injury. Sammy's like, "Hey, let's do it. Give him the title."
Yeah, it
Cool.
was Sammy that made the
Yeah,
call supposedly.
yeah. But my thing is, Melo's put in a ton of work. He's
Hmm.
been in the tag team with the Miz, went through all
Been on the
that
main
with
roster a bit longer.
like
Oh no,
it,
it's kind of around the same time, but
and then Melo. There was, I think, if I heard it right, Um, Cole said that Melo would be honored to do that, to be John Cena's final opponent. It would
I
be
think
an
everyone would though,
yeah,
really.
yeah. But I would, out of everyone now that's left looking at the field, I would be okay with Melo.
100%.
I
I
would,
don't think anyone wouldn't be. I
yeah,
mean, there's a small minority maybe, but I think the majority would love it.
yeah. Because honestly, I'm not excited for a gun through Cena, $350 at a nosebleed. How you can justify that? But
I don't know how you're not. How can you not be?
I
That's such a fantastic match.
yeah, if
Do you just not
Gunther's
like Gunther in the ring? He's
no, no, no.
amazing in the
I
ring.
like Gunther in the ring, but I would like to see someone, and we talked about this, I think, last week or Monday. It's just someone younger, I guess, have that opportunity.
This whole tournament average age is like 40 something years old.
That is true. But Carmelo's
There's
the
only like 2 true young guys in this tournament, if I'm not mistaken. I think actually 1 now.
yeah, and that's
I think just 1, Mello.
Melo, yeah.
The rest are all 30 or 40 above. Penta's over 40. Gunther's over 40. Jay's over 40. LA's over 40.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's facing Jay? I forgot.
Rusev.
Reese is over 40. Who's your pick? Pick the young guy, bud. Besides Mello.
I get what you're saying. Well, if it is Gunther, my thing is I don't want it to be like the match with Goldberg.
Oh, it's not even gonna be close to that.
Like a lot, like a not
I
just
didn't even see that, and I could tell you it's not even gonna be close to that. This is fucking John Cena.
I get yeah, but I don't know. Maybe the match build up will grow on me as we get closer.
I don't even care about the build-up. I just want the graps. I don't need the story of it writes itself. The tournament and the match, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I mean by build up is like once we get closer, I'll be able to see, final final product and actually enjoy it. Like
So, okay, let's
watching
think
the
about this here.
match.
So the tournament, we have it right now. The semifinals are going down. I believe Monday is what it said. I could be
Yeah.
wrong on that, but I believe they said Monday. So that's the LA versus the Mystery
Yes.
and the Penta and well, actually, I don't know if all of them. That's still well. That's no, yeah, that's only 2. So yeah, so they're both happening. Or no, fuck, there's 4 of them. I'm high. Anyways, point being, they showed the bracket. I'm always high. It doesn't matter. Um, they showed the bracket and one young guy. I don't know. I'm fine with Gunther. He's obviously not like totally new on the main roster. He's been on the main roster for like what 3, 4 years now. Um, but he's newer. Obviously, he's not young, but as I said on Tuesday, I think it was, at this point, 40 is the new 30 in wrestling.
Yes.
And they're doing things like in the 90s and the 2000s, I feel like they're not wrestling those guys who were like 40s like they are today.
Maybe maybe I don't mean newer or younger. Maybe how I should I guess how I'm thinking it. Someone that hasn't had the push that could get the elevated push if they beat Cena.
That makes sense. That makes way more sense than just like, not Gunther. Who wants to pay $350 seat for that? That just sounds like you hate Gunther.
I don't hate Gunther, no, by no means. NXT UK stuff and the
That's why I was
Intercontinental
like, why
reign,
not? That
like
sounds incredible. That'd be a great match.
if I could process what I'm thinking and say it better, that would have made a lot of sense.
I do that all the time.
So
But
yes,
no, I get that. If it could, yeah, like a Mellow would be that would he's that perfect mold for that,
yes.
like 100%. Um, but unfortunately, that won't sell the seats unless they were to come up with a great story.
But you like you said, the story is a tournament and all that, so having the
But
under
I mean, I just mean that like he hasn't been built into the sense where people want to see him face Cena.
I know
So
that
even with the tournament, people are just gonna be like, "Cool, I'm glad he's getting a spot," but they're gonna be not as invested. And then someone that's been multiple time world champion had that longest reigning intercon. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. Like it makes sense to put someone in that spot. That's the same way I felt about the Streak. Why Brock Lesnar? Why wasn't it a fucking Roman even at the time? You know what I mean? I
God,
feel
yeah.
that. I totally get where you're coming from now. So I get it. I just know the fucking way this company thinks. Not fully, but like I get why they do what they do.
Yeah, I mean, we've been watching long enough. We kinda know what they're thinking.
Yeah, and I could be wrong. Maybe they fucking shut me up and you'll be right and it's Mellow in this spot and maybe he'll shot Gunther on whenever that match is, Monday or whenever. But yeah, I get where you're coming from now. It makes more sense.
I have a lot of people in my community think the finals is gonna be Jay and Gun.
Dude, that's a stab in the heart right there. Like again, I'm fine with Gunther and Jay, and I was fine with Jay winning. But fuck, dude, we need that for the seventh or however many times in the last couple years. That's the new Randy Cena. Fuck.
Yeah, that would be.
That and Braun and Jay too. I feel like happen a lot in multiple different ways. Ugh. What else do we get after that? Oh yeah, so Cody after he hopped got on the mic and he cut a really good promo. He told Logan you could do a flip, pilot your drone, nobody cares, which was funny. He said Braun, history shows Steiner's never beaten Rhodes, which was great.
Yes.
He said Brock, he did last time you were here, I was the last guy to beat you. Paul, you build him up and I'll beat him. So it was a really good fucking promo. Like this was really heated. He was passionate as always, like he normally is. But all the words fucking hit. We're on the money. Great
It
promo.
did, yeah, and you might have said it, but, him talking he was built or the match was, the Rhodes legacy or whatever. Because of course, everything
Yeah.
was factual, Dusty and was one of the original for War Games, him
Yeah,
against
he
Ric
helped make
Flair and
it.
their team.
Yeah,
So,
Dusty created it.
it was a fantastic promo from Cody, and my only thing is, we didn't see Brock, we didn't see Roman tonight, we didn't see Punk, we seen the Vision, the Usos, and Cody, so I'm wondering if these are gonna be the main focus points throughout this match. Are they gonna leave Punk, Brock, and Roman kinda in the pods, and we focus on the 3 we've been seeing for the last several weeks come War Games?
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens for sure. So after the promo, we just saw. Oh yeah, so we were supposed to get a celebration with Chelsea tonight, but she wasn't feeling the vibes. It looked like Julia and Keanu James were all up in her grill basically. She was basically hiding behind Alba, and then once they walked away, and she came like out of the
Oh, is
locker
it?
room or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Our and she was like, "I'm the greatest U.S. women's champion ever," yada yada yada. And then Jade Cargill walks up. She's like, "Say that again." And she's like, and she just like walked away. And then Jade just stood there menacingly. So I love that they're. And then Jade's on Twitter. If you haven't
Yes,
seen,
she
I'm sure you
is.
have, is doing the baddie stuff again. So, and I even tweeted, I go, "What better way to get Jade back on top than to do exactly what they did in AEW? Perfect." Because
Yeah.
it is. That's what I loved about Jade. She was that bitch in AEW. She
Mhm.
said that all the time. She was at the time before recently the longest reigning TBS Women's Champion. And then she had the baddie section.
She
They'd go
did.
city to city, and they'd show in the crowd. They'd show her them with the actual wrestlers who they considered baddies. She had a faction. So maybe do they do that too? Do they get some women to be part of her baddies that are wrestlers that could, like they did in AEW? I don't know. They're seemingly she's asking women like, "Hey, let me know where you're at." So they might be doing the exact same shit.
Yeah, or if they don't do it that way, they may, she has everyone send in stuff like she has been, and then she might reach out to them herself, and
Mhm.
and hey, we're coming to Oklahoma. If you're able to come, we'll have a baddie section set up for you.
We should go to one. We should just send her photos of women that aren't us, and then she'll pick us. And then we'll show up. Like, "No, I bought these tickets, I swear."
On the catfish for the baddie section. That's wild.
Yeah, I'll go up looking like Josh Buck. Super kick body. But, yeah, this is I like it, I
I
like it.
do.
I'm not gonna shit on WWE for them just ripping it straight if that's what
Nope.
they're gonna do.
I mean, it worked AEW. It will work here. Ever since she got the title, what she's been doing has been working.
Yeah,
Just coming
I agree.
in, powerhouse all the way through the match. The opponents have no offense, and she's confident and cocky backstage again, like she was. Just the fans have got to grab it, and I think they're starting to.
So we had DIY versus Fraxium in a really, really good match. One weird thing though is so we did see towards the finish or what was in the finish, they removed the max of Axiom, and that's what led to them getting the win. Did you realize that that guy looks strangely like A Kid for some reason? I don't know if you kind of saw that.
Strangely, like a kid.
I thought that guy got released years ago. It's kind of weird,
What they said
but
disappeared.
no, but, yeah, so they did remove his mask, so oh my god. I feel like there wasn't too long ago that that happened in AEW, like, they ripped someone's mask or removed someone's mask, and there was, like, people online like, they have to go with the TP, how disrespectful to Lucha Libre," and then it's, like, happened twice in WWE since then.
Yeah,
Like,
all
one with
ego.
Dr. Wagner and Ethan
Yeah,
Page, and then just now tonight with Fraxium and DIY. So I just find that funny that there was, like, some people on that, and then WWE does it twice this year anyways.
the IWC. Such a smart play by DIY. True heels at work, by God. Just hope they got a bottle of
Right,
champagne in the back.
can't believe they did that. Smart, first time I've ever seen it, new to me.
Yeah,
They'll do the Johnny and then pat the back.
yeah.
But, no, it was a really great match though. These 2 have been building up to this match for the past few weeks. I love the little side story too, like how they're doing this and then also having Ciampa, doing the US title type of thing. He didn't want to be in the US Open Challenge. Also, they didn't come out to the DIY theme. They've obviously had NXT and stuff come out to their OG themes separately. Tonight they did the combined OG theme. So we got No One Will Survive, and then we got Rebel Heart, the
Yes.
OG Rebel Heart, not the remastered, remade, whatever you want to call it, shitty
The Death
Rebel
Rebel.
Heart. So and we've been getting them, but I popped that we got them in a tag match for them. I thought that was super significant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's Triple H, just like, hey, fuck it, we're gonna go back to y'all's original stuff, or they're requesting it. But I like it. I
I
mean,
hope I
we
both.
got a little bit of the Death Rebel, and then it went straight
CFOs.
into
No, it's straight
Gun.
up CFOs. It's both their CFOs theme.
I was talking about the Gunther one.
Oh
It
yeah,
started the. I don't know if it was a Death Rebel.
No. So that intro is to the actual song that he came out to. So
Okay,
that's but they just mixed it with their Def
the
Rebel version.
okay, I thought
Kind of
so.
like how Mercedes has it. So hers has the intro to it too, but it's mixed in.
Yeah, but we're getting these old intros back. We're hearing them more. Shinsuke's got his back, for instance. First when he showed
Yeah,
up
he
on the
came back
main
to his
show.
face theme, CFO
So
theme. Yeah.
I I'm hoping we keep this. 'Cause
And then Becky getting the actual song instead of and no one hated her original theme. I'm just saying, like, she got an actual licensed song,
yeah,
like, written for her, which is great.
I like the idea of having the old entrances back. It gives you the NXT feel again to these wrestlers.
Well, it's just more the CFO themes, like the ones like the Rebel Heart and the No One Will Survive
Mm,
and other themes, they're just more recognizable.
they are.
A lot of excuse me, a lot of Def Rebels themes are just feel lifeless, sound lifeless. They don't like
Oh
it.
my
I remember
lord.
a few years ago for Rumble when they had like Seth and I think it was Roman were like sitting in the crowd, like in skyboxes watching the men's Rumble match or whatever. And I remember a fan video was on Seth when like they were doing like 10, 9, 8, and then like it hits and the song plays and it's like they zoom in on Seth to see his reaction and I forget who it is, who comes out. But like it takes Seth like a good like few seconds before he's like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay, okay. You tell he's like, okay, I know who that is. It took me a minute. So if your own wrestlers are visibly like taking a second when they're out in the crowd, like to recognize a song during the Royal Rumble to see who it was, come on. You have to know that's an issue. I just think a lot of the songs, and like we even had an issue. I don't remember if this was, I think this was Def Rebel, when Seth Rollins and Bailey's intros to their song sounded identical. They
Yes,
were like the same thing back in like during COVID.
was.
Um, so please, if and there was a report earlier this year about I think the Def Rebel contract will be up in not like a super long time, but like you know what I mean, like relatively soon. I don't remember the exact dates or what the article said. It's been a long time, but just let it expire if possible. Move on from them. Thank you for some of the things they gave were okay. Like I mean, I think Romans is Def Rebel, so it's one of the few. But
It works.
yeah,
Romans, I
it-
like
I,
Romans.
I was so happy they had their theme back, like, and it was just like not just like their DIY theme that they had, like it was literally their themes just combined. I was so happy.
It sounded
But
good.
good match.
Yeah.
Good match. We talked more about that than we talked about the match.
The match was good, first off, but
I
I
didn't mean it in
guess
a bad way. I just thought that was funny.
yeah.
What else? Did I skip over anything? No. Okay. Oh, we did. I did. Sami Zayn promo. He was with Penta, MCMG, and Shinsuke. They just hyped up their match for next Friday, the traditional 5v5 against the MFTs. Really nothing special. Pretty solid promo. They all just kind of hyped it up and stuff. Really nothing crazy. DIY, we did that. Okay, here we go. Finn Balor, Penta. Last time is now tournament. Pretty. I mean, we've seen these two quite a bit this year. Many different variations of matches, one-on-one, fatal four ways,
Royal
whatever, tag
Rumble.
teams.
Yeah.
Rumbles, yeah, they've faced each other nonstop for the past since Penta's arrived, I feel like. Not a bad match. It felt short compared to a lot of the other tournament matches to me. It felt like it wasn't as long as a lot of the other ones. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just because I wasn't super into it. But yeah, it was short and sweet. Penta won with the destroyer. He also hit a Penta driver right before it. That was pretty sick. Yeah, clean win.
Yeah, and that's one thing since we're now through the first round of the last time is now tournament, there were no interferences in these matches.
No, Bronson and Mello.
Well, yes,
We
but
just yapped about it,
I don't know.
dog. Are you getting in my stash? What's going on? I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, I guess yeah, I mean they okay, well, I guess shit. Anyway, I the tournament so far has been good.
Every match besides Bronson and Mello
Yes.
hasn't had interference. Excuse me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And that's because of the war game aspect.
I guess so. I mean, War
'Cause
Games is what caused the Bronson and Mello interference.
yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Um, but it was a solid match. It really wasn't nothing to go home about though. That match.
Because like you said, we've seen it several different variations of that match. If anything, it still shows that Finn is okay with letting other people be put over. He's in that point in his
Mhm.
career, but I feel like he will get something for it in the coming year. I feel like he will get a push somehow.
Apparently, Shotzi Blackheart has won the HOG Women's title. That's awesome.
Be in credit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she did. Um, so after that, we had Sol Sikoa. Him and the NFTs cut a promo, basically just talking about the match next Friday, and he also talked about Penta. Like, congrats, because that's who he's going to be facing. Um, but it was funny during this promo that he was cutting. We had the whole NFT standing behind him, and like after he would say something, basically Tonga Loa like always had like a little quip to
Oh
add
my
to it.
god.
And like it wasn't like it was always like one or two words, but it always cracked me up. I don't really remember what he was saying.
I don't
Um,
but,
I think one time he's like, "The smoke will be clear." He's like, "Clear the smoke" or something like that. I could be wrong, but that's basically what he was doing. He was just like being his hype man.
yeah, he at one point I think he said going down like and just doing
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like
going
that.
down.
Just-
Yeah, Tongaloa is just 100% being the hype man. That's all he was doing.
he was the
Um,
only one talking, which
that's
made
the
it
only
better.
thing I took away from that promo was just it was like if that was a rap, that was Tongaloa just being the hype man. So then we end the show with the announcing of the fifth woman. It was pretty typical. We just had everyone come out for the babyface side, the first, the four. Then they announced, that this is our fifth woman. AJ Lee immediately comes out, but right as her music hits, before she even comes out, Lash and Naya and Kabuki's attack, all of them,
Absolute
Io, Rhea,
beatdown.
and Charlotte and Alexa. So by the time, she finally walks out, she doesn't know they're getting beat down. She comes out through the curtain. She's like, "Yay!" Oh, and like sees them getting beat down. So she starts jogging to the ring. And as soon as she starts, I was like, Becky's gonna wipe her out, right? And sure enough, boom! Basically pounces her ass, spears her, takes her out, and starts beating her on the outside. And they beat down the baby faces. So that mean the baby faces they're gonna stand tall next Saturday?
I don't think so. Um but yet again you look at the teams. There is no in my opinion, on both sides, they're evenly matched.
Yeah, I do think I'm gonna give my early prediction now because I know we still have a week before we really do that. But I think we get the and I keep saying the ops, the vision, the vision win on the heel side or the men's side, and then the babyface woman will win on War Games. That's my predictions.
I don't think so. I think it's
I
the
do.
opposite.
Oh, we'll find out next
I
Saturday.
think I think Lash will be you'll have a huge match for her
I
first
do.
War
I agree
Games.
with that. I agree with that. But I think they'll do like a whole like, oh, she had the fucking natural selection, Sister Abigail type bullshit, like multiple finishers, and they eliminate her.
Yeah, they could spam it
Or
back to back, yeah.
not eliminate, but like take her out.
As long as you don't take the pin, be alright.
See, this would be perfect for a traditional 5v5 Survivor Series or 4v4. Because then you could have her eliminated. Like you could do that. You could like have her get like jumped or whatever.
War
And
Games
then it would make
elimination
sense.
style match.
Yeah, like or like have her be like the last one standing for her team, and like she has to face like three others, eliminates two, and then the last one they like all hit her move before they
But
leave.
yeah,
And I don't know. I mean, you could do something like that, I guess, in War Games, but there's no elimination. So I mean, you could just have her come in early, be like the first one in, and then once we get the advantage, because we don't know the advantages yet, have her like if it's the babyface advantage. I don't think it will be. But if they are, then she could get outnumbered for a while, kind of beat down as the match goes on, and kind of explain why she's not a big factor at the end.
that would make sense. Have her started off against someone.
Hmm.
Have her started off with like I would like to see them go one on one.
That would be crazy. I don't think they would do that, but that'd be badass.
Like Rhea now has a good amount of people roster that I would like to see.
So yeah, it was a pretty good SmackDown. I mean, again, I wish I was there live. There are going to be spoilers out because they are taping for next Friday because they're here in the States. It is Thanksgiving on Thursday, so NXT was taped for Tuesday. Raw, I believe, is live, so no worries there. But SmackDown is going to be taped, and then of course War Games will be live, so don't worry about that. But yeah. So that was a good SmackDown.
Very solid show. Again, I'm liking this end of the year turnout for
So we have Dynamite, which was a Dynamite Collision special with Full Gear being tomorrow night, which we are going to do a podcast, which we were just saying a bit ago, tomorrow after the show. And Full Gear has a full stack card. We'll go over that here as well after we talk about Dynamite from Wednesday and Collision. Very good show. I always talk about I hate 3 hour shows, but they did a good one here. Kept me interested the whole 3 hours. Didn't feel long. It was long, but it didn't feel overly long. Um, we started with Ricochet and Bobby, and Ricochet, of course, was talking his shit before.
He talked shit more on this match than the match was long. Like, he was on the mic more than the match was.
Yeah, very true. So Ricochet, he's like just talking. And Bobby just goes up to him and grabs him, and he's like has his like robe on, and he throws Ricochet while Ricochet's talking, and he just screams like a little girl while he's getting tossed out of the ring. Before the match even started. But the whole point of this match is for the gauntlet, Casino Gauntlet, to be number one. And like you said, it was super short. The yapping was longer than the match. Just total domination by Bobby Lashley on Ricochet.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, I know why Ricochet, trying to be in it and everything, but
New
Bobby La-
title, yeah.
Bobby Lashley going in, I think, as number one is smart, but I think his Ricochet and his group are going to focus more as a trio. That's why we had this
Yeah,
dominating match. They will be our next
I
trio
think so.
champs, in my
I wouldn't hate
opinion.
it.
But
Yeah, that'd be fine by me. Shit.
the only issue though is we know
Hops for
that,
hills are hill.
yeah, that,
Shit.
and then we know the outcome of number two, which I guess we could talk about here in just a second. How is
Yeah,
that gonna
we can
play
just go ahead
out?
and jump into that because yeah, we'll just jump right into that because I mean it's the same thing going into the gauntlet. So it was until later on, but yeah, we had Speedball and Shelton. They had a great match, by the way. Which is funny because of course the rumors earlier this year about MVP and them having heat with them, and they've milked it pretty good. You know, on social media they'll post videos of his vlog. You know, fuck you MVP, fuck you Shelton, like fuck you Speedball.
Yeah,
It's like South Park. Fuck you, buddy. That's what it basically feels like to me. No, but they had a great match. Went crazy back and forth. Shelton ends up getting the win. I didn't think they were gonna have Shelton win because I was like, they're
didn't
not gonna
either.
do Bobby and Shelton 1 and 2. So what are they gonna do? Are they actually gonna fight until number 3 comes in, or are they just gonna do the whole wait until 3 comes in? Because it's not a rumble. You don't eliminate anyone. Pinfall or submission. They could kick each other's ass and try to win it before number 3 even enters. What the fuck do they do?
I mean, honestly, you gotta have, in my opinion, them fight at some point in this match. Can't just have them stand there the whole time because majority of your big hitters, unless you have people that come back from injury, are in a match. I mean, majority of
Hmm.
the Don Callis family, they're going to be in the match more than likely. But then half of
Right.
the Don Callis family is either on the tailgate brawl or in a match on the main card. The only one not in a match is Lance Archer. He's the
So I'm gonna give my early prediction on this gauntlet right now. We're gonna of course go through our predictions before we end the podcast here after we go through the Collision Dynamite show. But my prediction on this is gonna be the shortest gauntlet we get. I could see this ending within like 3 to 4 people. I could see this being I don't know. That's why I'm confused. I'm not confused, but I'm just not sure if they're gonna have Shelton and Bobby start out fighting, or they're just gonna do a whole like we'll wait thing, and then it'll kind of turn into like whoever's number 3 is like really good, and so they kind of will give them a good fight, and so it leads to number 4 coming out, and so they end up getting distracted, but then like Bobby or whoever just gets dominated against the other one, 1, 2, 3.
that would. And
It'd be unique. It's something they haven't done with these. Everyone's gone at least like 8, 9 people deep,
they have, like, the last one we seen was, of course, All In.
all in with 2
Um,
of them.
yeah, we seen two at All In. Both went to at least maybe 10, 12 people.
Mm-hmm.
The year
Multiple,
before
yeah.
that, I think Christian won it at 15 with the help of Luchasaurus. And
Yeah, so
then,
I
so
think they should, and even if it's not like 3 or 4, like at least 5 people deep, not many in. I feel like that they should really give the illusion this time that like this match can end whenever.
that has to be.
And
I,
then you could do a gimmick with someone, I don't know who. I was supposed to be in it, motherfucker, and you fucking kicked that, and then you start going
yeah,
after the person that got pinned or something. That'd be cool.
it would be. Yeah, I was up next, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that would
You
work.
couldn't fucking hold your shit and you tap bitch and start kicking their ass.
That gives a way to build the first feud for that title.
That'd be cool.
Supposed to
I
be
like that.
defended everywhere.
So I just again, we've said this multiple times the last few weeks. Unnecessary title though. I'm hoping the match is fine, the gauntlet match. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see now that we have these two starting out. So
Just another title to be defended around the globe for AEW. Then why do we get rid of the Continental title?
yeah, exactly. We combine the International Continental into one title, only to just bring another title in. Too many. So after that, we had the Bucks backstage with Renee, but before they could even answer what they were going to do for the Cows family, rolls up, just said to leave them alone. And of course, oh, with me tonight, you get your theme and the full entrance, blah, 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 blah. You're the best tag team on the planet and stuff. They'll answer your questions later. They seem unsure to join, though. They're like kind of the hands in pocket, kind of face down, like not really making eye contact with Dawn. So
Yeah, they didn't like the idea, of course, of him doing, yeah, okay, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna do a match, but then he started doing the entrance, and you could see maybe it was Matt, I think he was like, starting to smile, starting to like it, and then Nick hit him. They did the pose, the pyros went off, and they started getting like little more into it
hyped up.
towards yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's growing on them. And then, of course, we have the end of the match where they're kind of like, "Fuck, I don't know what to do."
Well, they're not even
Yeah,
the whole match. They're not even really like with Josh Alexander. They don't seem to be on the same page at all. It's kind
yeah.
of the whole classic "can they coexist" type of thing. They're kind of not really agreeing with what's happening.
Josh was tagging himself
They
in.
hit the yeah they hit the BTE trigger and then they and the Meltzer driver and then Alexander comes in and he doesn't even go for the pin. He just grabs the ankle and goes for the ankle lock to get the submission. Like
Yeah,
ignores the fact that what they just did.
yeah. What they did
Um,
was not good enough to win the match.
Yeah, so there was definitely they weren't on the they won. They weren't on the same page because they beat Dante Martin or what are they called? Skyflight. Which was a good match. It was great to see Dante Martin top flight on this. Dante Martin looked really good. I felt like he hadn't really recovered at least since he broke his leg. I wouldn't say recover like where he's like been hurt, but like in ring, I felt like he hasn't been on that level since he broke his leg, and I felt that was a good showing for him. One of his better since he broke his leg.
Yeah, it was. He's been doing a lot of tag team stuff, and I realized he's more or less the one, and maybe it's just the matches I've seen. He's the one not in there for a long time throughout the matches because I feel like he's still trying to get used to it. Because you can go back to training, and it doesn't matter that
Well, it's been
ankle.
a while, but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
like
it was a while
he's
ago already.
taking
It's
his
a couple years
time.
now.
You can tell, still getting
I
back
don't know
to
about
it.
that. I just feel like I don't know. He just hasn't hit that same height of like Phil. Like his matches have been fine, but I just feel like he hasn't been, if you will, I guess the demon, like where he just goes crazy. I feel like we haven't seen that. Like maybe he's calmed his moveset down a bit. Like he still goes crazy, but I feel like it's not as insane as it was before he broke his leg.
That is possible.
That's what I really mean. Like his moveset is really, it's still crazy, but it's not as crazy.
Not as crazy as it was.
He might
Uh,
have got the tone down talk and was like, you know what? I broke my leg. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
But yeah, so it was good to see him on this. Of course, they lose, but he still looked good in defeat here. Afterwards, like you said, though, we had the Don Callis family come out, or at least a few of them came out. Don Callis, who was on commentary, came into the ring. So the world is watching, waiting for the Bucks to make an official announcement that the young Bucks are joining the Don Callis family. They hesitate, and Don Callis doesn't even let them talk. He says, "I get it. You're nervous," and he reminds them that he's gonna get the money flowing for them, and it's in their best interest to join. So just announce it to the people. Then they still don't say it. And he says AW is dangerous and he'd hate to see what happened to Kenny Omega happen to them. And then of course I was
Of
like,
course,
really? And then speak of the devil, Kenny comes out all black, chair in hand. He starts going after Rocky Mark Davis, starts brawling with Josh Alexander ringside. Starts getting beat down though, a little bit, but he fights back. The Bucks are just in the corner. But they go to pull Kenny off of Josh Alexander. And then they just kind of stare at each other. They look conflicted and stuff, but of course Josh chop blocks Kenny and starts going after him again. Um, yeah, pretty good segment here
it
because it's
was.
building off of the elite and stuff. And
I
it's been a
just
while since they've been together, the OG elite.
Yeah, and if you watch it back, and if you haven't watched it and you listen to us talk about it, you will see what he means by building off of the elite because, you know, when they go to the outside, even though Josh Alexander is kinda, like, wrapping his arms around them and, like and Kenny's like, "Oh, that's what you call family," you can see the look on their face, like, "Are we doing the right thing?" Like,
Yeah,
"Do
like, that was
we"
our best friend forever.
Yeah, like, "Is this the road we really want to associate with?" And what I think, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give my prediction here, during the match with Josh Alexander, Saturday, towards the finish of this match, they walk out or they super kick Josh, and they do not
I can
side
see it.
with him. And they don't
So.
side with Kenny and,
I'll pop big.
the,
I think they'll just stare Kenny and
yeah,
just walk out if that
yep,
happens.
they'll stare down Jack Perry and Kenny, Luchasaurus will, look at him, they won't really acknowledge him, and then they'll go to the back. And then Kenny will and he'll hit his finisher, and then you'll get Jurassic Express as well. And then
I can see that.
Kenny will probably get the pin for the payback for Ibushi.
So my favorite part of this segment, okay, I forgot to say that they like Callis was trying to get them to BT trigger Kenny and they like weren't like they had his wrist, but they like were taking forever, and that's when
Mm,
Jurassic Express finally came out and saved him.
yep.
So my favorite part of this was they had weapons. Jungle Man had a shovel, but Luchasaurus had a vacuum.
Fucking vacuum.
Which is great because obviously he's saving the cleaner. But if you go back and watch my reaction to it, mine and Rick's, when we realized at the exact same second that he had a vacuum cleaner. So me and him at the exact same time, my cousin Rick go, "Does he have a vacuum?" And then we like literally verbatim, and we both start cracking up because we realized at the exact same time because that like neon cord was all dangling.
Yeah.
It
And it
was the
fell
best part.
apart. It fell apart as well. Like there were pieces of it laid in the ring. He didn't swing it at nobody. If I don't recall, he might have hit it
I
on the
didn't see
rope.
that. I thought the cable just unwinded and was dangling.
Was that what Kenny picked up? Because it looked like a
I
piece of
didn't
a
pay
roller
attention.
was laying out, and Kenny picked it up.
Oh, maybe. I didn't see
But
that.
I mean, either way, like, and then Jack acts like he was gonna just launch that fucking shovel at somebody.
Well, he hit the fucking top of the buckle like 3 times with
Yeah.
it. I was like, watch that thing just pop off and whack.
Oh my god, that would have been horrible. But I mean,
It would have been bad.
the like you said, the cleaner. But I thought it was funny. He
Oh,
came
I
out
cracked
with
up once I
a
realized what it
damn
was.
vacuum.
So we got the Babes of Wrath interview backstage. Nothing really crazy, just talking about the tournament. One thing I have a question about is why are we getting a fatal four-way at the pay-per-view? It's on the pay-per-view. It's not even on the tailgate brawl or whatever they're calling
Mhm.
it. It's the with all the teams. Why aren't we just continuing the tournament at the pay-per-view?
Stipulations. We want to have more stipulations. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Like, because
I'm
remember,
not either. I'm just if they're gonna compete on it, why not just do the tag tournament?
because they had the first. So they had the fatal four way, and they got the pin. They got the pick who they wanted to face. Jamie and Almanada faced Anna J. Not Anna J. The Sisters of Sin. So that
Yeah.
was their stipulation. Well, now, since Blood and Guts, Tony has been wanting more blood and chaos from Megan Bain and Marina Shafir. So I'm guessing this is Tony Khan's way of giving her that ability because I feel like that's who's gonna win. We're gonna get something insane for Tony and
I
Mina
guess.
versus Megan and Marina.
But in a fatal four-way?
But yeah, I mean, fortunately,
I just
yes.
think you could just do these and do the stipulation at the pay-per-view, but
You
whatever.
could what you should have done is had these two be your final two here, and if Team Tony and Mina won, or Megan and Mina won, have and then Sisters of Sin versus the Babes of Wrath, and then the next week, shit, I'll get it in a second. The following week leading up to World's End, have them two go back and forth for a stipulation match. Something like that. I don't know why, like, I don't like this fatal four-way. That's what I'm trying to get to. And there's several ways we could have spun this to make it.
If you just saw me rub my eyes and face, so I've been informed that they taped the LA Knight tournament match for SmackDown next Friday, and I was curious while you were speaking there.
Mhm.
I looked who it was, and ugh, That's all I'm gonna say.
God.
I'm not gonna tell you.
The
I'll
good
let you
thing
be
is
disappointed when you see it.
well, it's disappointing. It means it's not a good pop. I'm glad they
I'll
didn't
just say
waste
we
it.
were wrong on all of our guesses. I'll say that.
Shane McMahon came out dancing, didn't he? Son of a bitch.
I'd rather that, honestly.
Oh God. That's Jesus.
I think some people will be happy, honestly.
Some
I think
people.
some will. I don't know if you're one of them. Anyways, back to AEW. But so after that they do WWE did this tonight as well. They did AEW talked about Claude, was a commentator from back in the day for NWA and stuff. WWE did that tonight on SmackDown as well.
Yep.
So shout out to both companies for that. We also had the Death Riders versus OC and Roderick Strong in a tag match on Dynamite. I actually feel like I don't remember a whole lot about this match. Let me read the ending here real quick.
Don't speak. Talking about the Moxley one, right?
Yeah, Death Riders versus OC and Roderick from Wednesday. Because we already talked about Shelton and that. I feel like I don't remember much about this match, is what I mean.
It was one sided.
I
And I don't mean that.
there's a lot of notes here about it, like of what happens in the match. So it was a while, it seems like.
It was a long match. I think this didn't lead into Collision. The Hangman did. But
Yeah, that was the main.
you could tell the Death Rider, from what I've seen it, the Death Riders were extremely pissed off at what happened at Blood and Guts.
Blood and Guts.
And they were taking it out in this.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was really one-sided. I thought it was a good back and forth action that they had here. Especially with all these notes I'm kind of skimming over, just kind of reading to myself. A lot happened. Just wrestling wise.
Yeah, it was
but yeah,
a wrestling match.
Mox puts OC in the bulldog choke, and of course they start beating him down, and then Kyle O'Reilly comes out and trying to submit Moxley again. Moxley starts tapping, even though it was no match. And of course, Yuta and Garcia attack Kyle, but he just eats it. So they're like kicking him, and he's just holding onto the fucking ankle and smiling while they kick out him, and Moxley's tapping, which was pretty dope.
Yes.
But they finally get Moxley, they pull him out of the ring and stuff like that. And Kyle gets on the mic and challenges him to a no DQ match at the pay-per-view.
Yes, and this one, honestly, I think Moxley loses again.
I think he wins.
I think he finally gets his redemption here.
Death Riders are going to do everything in their power to make sure he wins.
That's why I think that he doesn't. Where I feel like they're going to from this.
I don't. I think they'll prolong it, just like they prolonged them on top for so long, beginning of the year.
Maybe it's like you've said several times, a slow build for what we see
All
happening.
in 2026 London, Claudio versus Moxley, national title. Calling it right now.
Jesus.
For some reason that title will get involved.
God almighty. The 12th match on the card.
Or the TNT, since Claudio kind of started eyeing that. One of them. A title will get involved in this feud for some reason.
Yeah, with them two, yes.
Yeah.
I can see it. But, so, here's my question. I don't think we've talked about it yet, and we'll do it real quick. If they were to remove Moxley as the head runner of the Death Riders, who would you see leading them into battle?
No hesitation, Pac. Did you see that promo? That was an amazing promo on Dynamite Collision, whatever it was. It was great. Pac all the way. Give me Pac fucking leading them all day. I'll listen to that fucking small fucking British guy. I'd fucking, yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, Claudio don't say much. He's more of he's the calm one in the group.
Not even. He's the fucking enforcer.
I feel like Pac's the enforcer.
You picking up people and headbutting them? Or not headbutting them, uppercutting them? Yeah, that's an enforcer.
I mean but you just throwing people through tables on, beating the hell out of people, and then you got the uppercuts.
Yeah, that's an enforcer.
Yeah. Maybe they're both just at different levels.
I'd say Pac though. For sure.
Yeah, Pac leading them. Okay. I agree with you.
So after that, we have Brodito. They cut a promo on FTR, just talking about beating one of the greatest tag teams at the pay-per-view. Nothing really crazy there. Mercedes, we see her with all her belts. or at least walking, getting ready for a TV unification match for the ROH Women's TV title. Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express cut a promo. He said he's mad at Josh Alexander for hurting Kota Ibushi and Michael Nakazawa. Says it's on to count his money because his time is coming. Until then, goodbye, good night. I'm just over Kenny and the Callis fam, dude. Like legit.
He's been in a feud with them since he left, or since Gallus hit him with the
Years
screwdriver.
since Osprey, the Osprey match
Yeah.
at I guess Forbidden Doors when he kind of tied in with the Callis fam
Yes.
because he wasn't part of the Wrestle Kingdom match. But yeah, so that's been 2023.
Yeah. Right at 3 years now. Kenny Omega has, I mean, he's done other stuff, but like it's all full circled back to Don Callis.
Callis fam.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. I'm so over it. It's been fun matches, but I'm just over the story. Alex Windsor and Riho versus the Timeless Love Bombs, Mina and Tony. They came out and had their own choreography. My favorite part of it was Tony was just stone faced the whole time. She didn't like
Yeah.
Mina's like smiling, having fun, and Tony just all
Yeah, she kept her
no
character.
reaction to her face. Yeah. So that made it even better. Solid match. I was good to see Alex Windsor. I don't know why we haven't seen much of her until recently. She's one of my favorites. Great signing by them recently. Riho, she's always come and go too. I really wish we could have seen Hikaru Shida involved in this too.
Yeah. I don't even know if she's wrestling anywhere, is she?
She hasn't wrestled in AEW in a year. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if she's
Been since
injured
a year
or.
since we last seen her.
Well, I mean, they did have people from the everywhere this tournament, per
Yeah.
se. So I
Oh,
mean,
for sure.
they picked people, I guess, that may have been available, not booked for somewhere else. But Riho coming back when she did was perfect. I don't think we ain't
Oh,
ever
yeah.
talked about that, but getting involved in this as well was great. Riho was our first AEW Women's Champion, so it made
Yep.
sense for her to be in this tournament as well. Alex Windsor, you could have replaced her, with who you said, but I feel like Windsor's had a place in AEW for a while, just not on the card.
No, a few months.
Yeah, a
5,
few
6
months.
months.
Yeah, and she's just been in Ring of Honor for a while here recently.
Yeah. So solid match. Timeless Love Bombs get the win. They advance in the tournament. We also had another tournament matchup later in the night. This was on the Collision portion, but we'll talk about it real quick. Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne, kind of went over this earlier, versus Ty J. Anna J was rumored her contract's expiring sometime soon. They lose this match. They're one of the first tag teams to exist in the women's division in AEW that they had back in like 2020. Was that the right call to have Marina and Megan win over an OG team?
I don't think it was. I've said that from the beginning of the tournament. That people in this should be originals to AEW. That's helped build this women's division to have the names we have in it now. Yes, Willow and Harley are still in it. Sisters of Sin are still in it. Mina and Tony. I mean, I don't agree with. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't agree, but like, could have put over, Riho.
I like Mina and Tony just because Tina's a former AEW Women's Champion and she could bring prestige to that tournament just based name value alone.
Yeah, but having them lose to Megan Bayne. No, don't get me wrong. Megan Bayne could easily be a singles champion. Marina easily could be a singles. I would have maybe I'd been more okay with it if Penelope. Because Penelope
I
was still
guess
an
so,
original.
but yeah, Penelope's hurt, so
Yeah.
she can't be part of it
But
in ring wise.
yeah, but I still feel
Maybe they're like Penelope's managing them. She gets the win.
participation award. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it
And the
should.
match was short too. It wasn't even long. It was a pretty one-sided fight too.
There's 3-minute squash matches. Felt like, fortunately. I
I don't
know
know how long it
it
was.
wasn't
It
that
could have been
long,
that
but
long.
like
Yeah.
it felt like
No,
it was.
wasn't that long at all. It wasn't long at all though. It was very short. Of course, though, they show Shafir holds on to the submission for a long time, and then she kisses Anna's forehead. Then Tony and Marina show up on the Tron and says they're gonna win the 4-way out Full Gear, which again I don't even think they should be doing that. And of course, the stipulation, the winner gets to pick the stipulation of their match, the semifinals. So, and then we had like a Chris Statlander promo after that, and it was just like her like focus, and it was like really short, just because she's never beaten Mercedes. So I'm assuming that's kind of like she's trying to focus in, lock in, because she's lost twice to Mercedes in the past. So
Yep. Yes.
It was short, but pretty interesting.
Yeah.
After that,
That's
oh, go ahead.
we'll get ready to get into it. You'll probably know the double Japanese match is next. This Statlander Mercedes. I don't want to talk about it yet because it's the main event, so we'll just jump straight into the double Jeopardy next up.
Yeah, so Double Jeopardy, Okada and Dorada, incredible matchup. It was great. I was tired of hearing Don though. At this point, I feel like
Jesus, oh
he's
my
on
God,
fucking every fucking segment at this point now. Like
unf-
Judgment Day 2022 or 2023, whatever
unfortunately
it was.
he is. Yes.
But really good match. Even though I had to hear him yap this whole fucking time. They had a fucking classic, Okada and Dorada. Dorada's really great, and he's really young too. Dorada's speaking of young talents, he's one of them. He's like 27 or 25 or something. Um, but Okada gets the win, of course, with the Rainmaker, earning a shot at one of Dorada's titles in the future. Which I forget. He has a trios title in what for CMLL?
Yeah, I don't honestly. I cannot remember what title it is, but he's with. Isn't he
Oh no, it
with?
says trios. That's what set up the match. So it's the
Yeah,
trios titles, and that's what the pre-show match is.
yeah. He
So
has
it's
the
Hechicero, Takeshita and Okada versus
Sammy
Dorada and his two
Roosh
partners.
and isn't Sammy Guevara and Roosh
No, it's for the CMLL trios titles.
not the Honor?
No, because Dorada has nothing to do with LIJ or whatever. It's a completely different faction. Dorada's CMLL, telling has nothing to do with them. So it
Oh yeah, it's
is
Elf Sky Team. So it's
yeah, Al Sky team. It's the CMLL World
Mas-
Trios titles.
Masterata. Um. Oh my goodness,
Mystico
Mystico.
and whoever
Yes,
the other guy is.
I cannot remember the other guy's name. Yes.
Um, so yeah, and Okada wasn't happy when he learned he was gonna be teaming with Takeshita for that. So, Sister Sin interview backstage. It was kind of meh.
It kind of
Not
reminded
gonna lie.
me of The Shining.
Yeah, that's been their whole thing. They've been
Yeah.
doing that for a while now. And then we didn't talk about. I did skip over the Hangman Shibata match, but it wasn't really anything incredible, is why. It wasn't bad, you know. But Hangman got the win over Shibata. I really don't remember much about this
So
match. Um,
it was a great match. The thing that stuck out to me though, so we throw Powerhouse Hobb off of a second level basically, goes to a table, goes to like a box, blows cool, and then we low blow Shibata as it cuts off. Dynamite goes to Collision. Don't know if you caught that. I think they might have showed
mhm.
a replay of it. So is he just ensuring that they're not gonna be there? Because like that was kind of like a heel thing, but not truly like a heel thing. He's trying to
Well,
ensure.
I feel like what he did to Hobbs, where like it showed the shot of his face and he like was all like looking crazy. I feel it's like the whole thing is like what it's long term storytelling, if you will. So it has to do with the Swerve Hangman stuff. So even though he's face now, that story and that whole feud with with Swerve left such a big impact on him that he still has those tendencies.
Okay, yeah, that does make
That's
sense.
the way I look at it. So he took out Hobbs viciously, knocking him into the whole, whatever you want to call it, the lighting
Studio
or whatever the
case,
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that all like shocked and went crazy. And then he low blowed Shibata because then in his promo afterwards, he says, "I took out Hobbs and sent him to the hospital, so you won't have him on Saturday. And I just took out Shibata because I just sent him to wherever the fuck it says redacted for some reason. Probably hell, I'm assuming. It says most probably he wants him to remember what happened last time that they were that Hangman was locked in a steel cage with a man, and that's when Joe was all freaked out. So yeah, so that was his whole point, is just to take them out prior to the match, so it's just them two.
Yes. That makes complete sense to me. Cause
Mhm.
I was thinking about it to like he's doing these things that remind me of what he was doing while he was chasing title, even to the build up of him and Swerve, the lights out match. And
Yeah.
then with you saying that, it's that he still has this ability to be this crazed man who will do what it takes to win, like putting
Yep.
someone on a fucking concrete brick multiple times and putting a needle in their jaw. and all that, to win these
Yeah.
matches.
So I brought up, like, yeah, like, remember
Yeah,
what happened last time I was in a steel cage? That was with Swerve, the death match or the crazy where he put the needle, all that.
yeah. So
So, yeah, so it was a great way to get in his head. So, yeah, I think that was a great way to um, take them out and just try to make it one-on-one. But do we see someone join the ops on Saturday? I doubt it.
Hook ain't gonna join. He's with Eddie. He's not gonna return back. I don't see anyone, and the the only person I could see be MJ.
Yeah, that
He's
would
not
make
gonna
sense.
cost him the match because he still wants the title. He wants to take
Yeah.
it from Hangman. He could show up.
So Mercedes Moné versus Red Velvet. They unified finally the women's TV title in ROH after Red Velvet was out for a few months with an injury. So they did the interim title, which Mercedes beat Mina for. She was claiming it as a title, so finally unified here in the main event. And this was probably the best match I've seen of Red Velvet. Like, this was really good.
Like, I've seen a few of Red Velvet's highlights. I don't think I've actually watched a full match. It's not because I've not wanted to. I just can't remember them.
Yeah,
This was a great one against Mercedes. And a lot of
it was
people say,
fantastic.
and I hear it in my chat sometimes when Mercedes is on, that she gets carried by the people she wrestles with. Now, that's
The
not
one
true.
consistent factor is that she's in all those matches and performing. It takes two to
Yes,
tango,
it does. And this one right here is another prime example.
unless you're Bret Hart. The
This is
Tom McGee stuff. I don't know if you know all that stuff, but people like to call that the it was the holy grail of missing footage because Bret Hart made Tom McGee look so good that Vince was, oh, that's our next our next Hulk Hogan, and then fell through because Tom McGee sucked. But but they all thought that after he faced Bret. I'm just saying he's the only guy that can make someone look that good.
but I felt like this match was a main event for Collision, and I'm glad they had it there. It was a
It
fantastic
was great. It
match.
was a great match. The fucking avalanche lung blower from Mercedes
That
that she used to
was
finish. It was fucking nasty. It was
yes,
a
it
code breaker.
was.
It was a lung blower. It was to her stomach. It
Yes,
was fucking brutal, dude.
it was. Abso-fucking-lutely. I didn't think she was gonna do
I
that
had
off the top of it.
I had someone in my chat be like, "Oh, so she's 14 belts Monday now." I'm like, "Well, no, because she unified." I was like, "Unless she decides to carry it, kind of like she's carrying the Owen Hart title." But she immediately like dropped the red title and just grabbed the other one. And I was like, "Oh, surprising."
So, with this, and with what they've been doing with Stat and how they're building this, I feel like this is where Mercedes is going to start dropping. Yes. The story for Mercedes is that she cannot win the big one. She can win everything else. She cannot get her hands on the AEW title.
And she just lost in the tag tournament too a few weeks ago. So
She lost to Tony at All In. Like, this is where she'll lose here. She'll start to not trust herself. I feel like somehow she loses everything else leading into World's End. And if they want to run it back, that's where they do it. And she
if
wins
she
it.
loses 13 titles within a fucking month period, shout out to her because she's gonna have to do a lot of traveling.
I mean, yes, but I mean, I feel like they could, the way they've been booking it, it's possible. But the downhill starts now, Saturday, I think.
Yeah, oh for sure. I agree. But yeah, so good Dynamite Collision, 3 hours. There was a few things I didn't care about, but other than that, I thought it was a good show. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Just 3 hours is too long for a weekly show.
Yep. Uh, yeah. It wasn't 4 hour or 3 hours. It wasn't 3 hours. Better off. But I don't think you could have had a go home show like this on a 2 hour show.
Oh no. I mean, unless you separate Collision, but solid show. Full Gear we have tomorrow night. We're gonna do a podcast immediately after to review the show. With pre-show, there's 13 matches. So we got 4 pre-show matches. Our tailgate brawls, which will be on here in America, they'll be on HBO Max and TNT. If you're international, they'll be on YouTube. So Boom and Doom, which is Big Boom AJ, the social media star, and QT Marshall, teaming up to take on RPG Vice. On the pre-show, we got the Unacclaimed, which I've been referring to them as, in a fatal 4-way tag match versus the Bang Bang Gang, Big Bill and Brian Keith and the Outrunners for $200,000. Al Sky Team, which we were just talking about, versus Don Callis family for the CMLL Trios titles, and then Hook and Eddie Kingston versus the Workhorsemen, which is really random, but at least to me. Um, I'll probably watch the pre-show, but I have really almost no interest in any of these matches
The,
besides the Trios title. Sorry.
Yeah, so, like, for me, like, Eddie and Hook, I don't understand why they're going up against Workhorsemen, QT Marshall and Big Boom. I mean, I feel like they've been
That'll be
feuding.
fun. I'll
Yeah,
laugh at that.
yeah, that'll be
Well,
more
yeah,
like
they were feuding. That's the whole thing of Boom and
yeah,
Goon. Now they're
yeah.
together.
The 200,000, that's gonna be interesting. And that's one of those things we
Should be
skipped
fine, yeah.
over, because Juice Robinson, the whole promo on Collision was excited over the money. He didn't care about anything else, and
That's right. I did forget about that.
I
I
think he was like
forgot, yeah.
200,000, 200,000.
Yeah, so anytime Austin was, like, basically talking about the match, and he'd just be like, "And $200,000." That's
Yeah.
all he'd come in with. He's like, "Yes," and then, hopefully we could get up there and get to that title contention, and then we'll get $200,000. That's all he just kept going off about it,
Like,
basically.
I'm hoping they win. Like, honestly, I'm gonna probably watch that one, but then
It's gonna be no runners, I think.
uh, the trios match will have my interest. Only reason I'm gonna be really locked in on this trios match is Okada and Takeshita.
Takeshita and Okada, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that one, out of anything. Um, so does Takeshita turn tomorrow, or does this play out through World's End and the C2?
Well,
I
since
think this plays out through the C2. I
it
think they'll
does.
win tomorrow, but they'll have their issues still.
Oh yeah, because Okada uses finisher the
Yeah,
match as well.
the match against Dorada, yeah.
They'll butt heads in this match. Hechicero will be the peacemaker in this match and help probably get the win. But yes, they will start butting heads. They'll probably have to face each other. What they should do, and I don't know if they will, have these two face each other in the Continental.
Oh, I think that should be the final
Yeah, that's what
for
yeah.
the unified title.
Mhm. Have them two face each other at World's End. That'll be what really does it.
So, okay, main card. So let's go through everything here. We got Statlander Monet. I got Statlander.
Yeah, Statlander most definitely wins. Like I said, Shady's downfall.
Brodito versus FTR for the tag titles. I have FTR.
Unfortunately, I agree with you. PR will take these titles.
Casino Gauntlet match. We don't know everyone. We just know Ricochet, Speedball, and of course, two members of the Hurt Syndicate. I'm gonna go with Bobby. I think he's gonna win it.
I think Shelton.
I would love if it was Shelton, to be honest with you. I would pop big if it was Shelton. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe. No DQ match for the TNT title, but if Briscoe loses, he has to join the Don Callis family. I'm going with Fletcher. He ain't losing this title right now.
Foggy Bo comes to the Callis family.
Darby Allin, Pac, one-on-one. I'm gonna go with Pac. I think Pac gets the win here, and possible maybe I don't know. If Pac wins, then I think it's more possibly Mox loses to O'Reilly. But if
Yeah.
Darby wins, then Moxley beats O'Reilly.
You've had Darby be a big focal point since All In. Won everything you put him against, Death Riders. I do agree. Pac has to be the one to slow down Darby Allin.
And then we have the Fatal Four Way Babes of Wrath, Sisters of Sin, Timeless Love Bombs, and Megan and Marina. Winners chooses the stipulation for their semifinal match in the tag team title tournament. Ah, this one's a rough one. I think it's going to end up being a shock one, and it's going to go to Sisters of Sin. Heel team either way. If it's not them, it's going to be Megan and Marina.
I got the Babes of Wrath. I feel like
I would pop so big if they win.
they
But yeah,
surprisingly
I'll go with
upset the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion, Athena, and Mercedes, who's 13 belts.
mhm.
They're going to continue to upset people till the finals.
And then Moxley O'Reilly. Again, I'm really relying this on Pac and Allen. If Darby beats Pac, then I'm going to go with O'Reilly. I'm sorry, Moxley over O'Reilly. But if Pac beats Darby, then it's going to be Moxley losing to O'Reilly.
Yeah, this has a lot of play in of what they're doing, in my opinion. W.
This
Either
is a pivotal match in the story.
Yep, either Kyle O'Reilly is getting ready to get a big
And it's
push.
no hold hard.
Yes, and that's another thing. We're gonna see the Death Riders. We've already talked about that. I think another thing we may see happen, and it's gonna be odd if it does, but it really would tie back all the way to when Moxley took out Bryan. There were 3 people that were really vocal that the camera focused on when it went off air before the press conference. Darby, OC, and Garcia.
Mhm.
We done seen Garcia turn. I feel like there's a possibility we could see another surprise turn and with leading to OC, but I doubt it. So I really think Moxley wins. Like it'd be nice to see if something like that happened, but like all in all, I think
No, it wouldn't.
Moxley wins.
It wouldn't be nice to see at all. Hangman Page, Samoa Joe. I got Hangman retaining. I feel like this is the most predictable one on the card.
Yeah, it is. And I think MJF comes back, and if he doesn't attack Hangman, he just shows his presence back. But he still got that contract. He's probably gonna cash it in towards World's End. This is his way
He
to
has
get
to give notice, so there's
yeah,
no way to surprise people.
yeah. So he can attack him all he wants and do his typical heel stuff, but can't
He
cash
could beat him
in.
down brutally and say, I'm cashing in on Wednesday at the end of the show, and that would be cool because then we know Hangman wouldn't have much time to recover if it's like brutal.
Come in injured.
Like it'd be cool if Hangman's like celebrating on top of the cage, like he's like sitting on the top holding the belt. MJF comes out and he's like, I don't know, he somehow gets up there quick. Either he's like in the rafter, I don't know. I mean, he
Lights
climbs
go
fast,
out. He
whatever he would do.
climbs fast. He's sitting there beside him.
Or ooh, that's a better way. Lights go out. We hear shit. Hangman's in the ring, fucked up, and then it's like MJF at the top of the ramp or something, and he's like, "I'm cashing in next week or this
That
Wednesday, bitch," or
I
something.
feel like he's gonna show back up in the mask though. Devil's Mask.
I don't. I thought he did a promo saying that shit was stupid. So he's done with it.
May have. I don't know. He'll come up with something
Got a
smart.
gun.
Anytime he comes back, it has been a good turn.
I don't think we'll see him getting involved in the match, but I think we'll see him after.
No, he will not get involved. No one in this will get involved in this match. It'll be a clean win for her.
All right, man. So we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be here reviewing all of Full Gear and talking all the top news coming out of it. Tell everyone where they can follow you at.
On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick as the Kraken Wrestling.
And for me, you guys can find me Josh Vibes Up, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all those places. Thank you guys for listening in. We'll be back tomorrow night for Full Gear. I hope it's a great show. See you guys later.